Found out that people would have been able to vote on, he couldn't be in control of Disney World. So then he ixnayed the plans for apartments.
So, you guys are pretty close. So do you guys want to sing or dance today?
Neither. Last question.
Nope. So, I think...
Everybody dance.
Let's revolt, John. We won't sing, we won't dance. Sit down.
So I think they have to sing, right? So they have to pick a Disney song.
Is our time already up?
It's getting close.
Well, then give us another question.
You want one more question and then we'll sing?
One more.
They're tied right now, so it kind of works.
Well, that's why we sing.
Unless one of us gets this wrong. Okay.
Maybe we should. This is really exciting.
What was based on the second most dramatized novel of all time after Dracula? What Disney movie was based on the second most dramatized novel of all time after Dracula? Dramatized.
Treasure Planet! Hotel Transylvania?
First of all, Treasure Planet is pretty good.
Is it? Yeah.
And that's actually a pretty good guess. Treasure. No, I think after Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, you said it was after that?
After Dracula.
Oh, sorry. After Dracula, Victor Hugo's, it was Victor Hugo who did Hunchback. Robin Hood? Oh, yeah, I know. Is that what really started? Peter Pan?
That's a good one. I didn't do that. Sherlock Holmes.
Peter Pan, you guys. That's pretty darn good.
We got a lot of guesses for the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Robin Hood?
And we got guesses for Robin Hood as well.
Well, it was a play first, but then it turned into a book.
We got guesses for Peter
What is a
Pan.
book now?
The second most
No, it started as a play.
I like Peter Pan. Should we just go be the oddballs? Alright, so show of hands, Hunchback. Show of hands.
And it was supposed to be a book, right? Yeah.
What was the other one? Robin Hood. Show of hands, Robin Hood. And show of hands, Peter Pan. You guys are so undecided.
Transylvania. Pretty good guess. Did it start out as a book, though?
Which has the most dramatizations?
Sure.
Robin Hood, though.
John, what's your answer?
We're just about to get our answer right now.
Oh, that's what I was going to do. Got my phone out to see where I was
Is that a
going.
book? Oh, you guys guessing Robin Hood? Is that your answer? All right, what was the other one? So we had either Robin Hood. What was the other one? Hunchback of Notre Dame. So we got good. What was the other one? The Hitler series. What do you say? Okay, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh, Notre Dame. That's a weak.
There was my song.
Robin Hood.
The Hunchback of Notre
Okay,
Dame
we'll go
is
with Robin Hood.
dramatic too.
What you
I
got
just
now?
watched that the other day.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Who said Tarzan? I heard someone say it at one point.
So is that a tease? Is Tarzan the
It's
answer?
Tarzan, yeah.
Tarzan.
So I guess you guys have to sing now.
I already sang. That was my song, the Peter Pan.
I'm gonna give out some prizes real fast. You and the blue hair, you're very passionate to come up and get a prize.
The forest.
Now you have to sing a song.
Nanny, golly, what a day.
Now you have to sing a song for Tarzan.
I share a birthday with
There you go.
I want to know, can you show me something about these people like me?
You guys sing A Whole New World?
Yes.
No, that's one's done. One and done.
It's a
You got strangers like me. I want to read more about them in the books that they bring to this island. Right? I'm pretty sure that's right.
Can't
The
really
dance
throw
from
books.
Napoleon Dynamite.
There's another two hearts living in just one little mind. No, I'm pretty sure that's Phil Collins, you guys. Hello, guy who did Tarzan. How can you just let me walk away? Let it go. Let it blow. Let it blow. This movie is so.
Is that your song?
That was my song.
Did you sing one time?
This movie is only so.
Oh, wait, me?
What's going on?
Is that already your song?
I sang already. I sang like 3 songs, 3 hits. Yeah.
Tom?
Because it's so shiny. I don't know the words at all. Because it's so shiny. That's all I know. Just the hit tagline. My son used to sing that song front to back, but not me.
It's a wonderful house to be in.
Yes.
Ugh.
All right, well,
You like Moana, don't you?
what do you guys
It's not
think?
bad.
Did Tom win today? Did John win today? All right, so
Is that the best we got, Team Walt?
It's not about quality, it's about quantity.
I think John won.
You see this?
Catch, don't get snapped.
And as your losing prize,
Catch.
Lanny will impale you.
All right,
With
so we're
candy
gonna do
canes.
a
Merry
group photo.
Christmas.
So don't come up to the stage, but come up to the front. Everybody come to the front. We'll put it on Facebook.
You guys
We're
killed
actually,
today,
do you
especially
mind doing
with
this for
6
me?
million answers.
We're gonna
That's a
actually
little
have to do a
scary.
video because there's a lot of people. So,
Ouch.
and you know what? If you come by our booth later, I'll give you a book because I meant to give you a prize and I forgot. So I'll tell you when to start. So everybody come up to the front and get in our video. We'll go on Facebook later. You can tag yourself. So we need a tagline against the Disney Weathers with.
It should actually be with, or, team up with.
Where is everybody?
All right. Wait, where's the girl with my phone? Oh, yeah, you're gonna come
I
up here.
just found out
So
today is somebody's
you're gonna
special
pan
birthday.
across in a
Yes,
second.
that shares a birthday with Walt Disney himself.
So we
It's Walt Disney I'm talking about.
What?
Yeah,
December
December 1st is Walt Disney's birthday.
5th. December 5th.
Oh, this guy
He was born in 1901, December 5th, which is her birthday as well, December 5th, not
do you
1901.
guys think Hercules should be the tagline or spots or what do you guys think?
Spots, sure. Yeah, spots.
Meet Tarzan.
I like spots.
Spots.
How many times you see spots in Disney films?
All right. Okay, so on the count of
Meet
three.
Tarzan, you Wizard
How
World.
many other princesses were going to be
On the count of three.
No?
On the count of three, we'll do Wizard World Madison, Disney trivia, spots.
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
That's the one that no one got. It
All right,
was a tiebreaker.
Tarzan. Tarzan, okay?
Spots?
Wizard World Madison, Disney trivia spots, and then scream as loud as you can, okay?
You just
All right.
glosses right over the Tarzan.
And then you're gonna pan. All right, so go ahead, get it started. 1, 2, 3. Wizard World Madison,
Disney trivia!
spots.
Meet Tarzan, you Wizard World.
All right, thank you guys for coming. We hope you had a good time. We hope you learned something and it was fun. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on, we may not have had a video. Hang on. Hang on. Oh no, you did. Thanks guys for coming. Have a great day. Come see us in the booth.
Thank you.
All right. Other places before we get to our next panel. Over in the arena at 2:00, they actually had John Constantine, Matt Ryan, doing a panel. So that was going on over in the arena. I didn't even write that down, but that was going on over in the arena. So the way the setup was, for those who don't know where we were, Lion Energy Center, by the way, where we were. But was that the name of the building? Where was it?
Yeah, Lion Energy Center.
So the way it was worked out was there was 3 halls, 3 different rooms doing.
There's a 3 or 4.
Oh, there was 3 open rooms when we were there. When we were there, there was 3 open rooms and a concession stand.
Got it.
Where we were on Saturday, I mean. And there was the one we were in, which was number 3, and across the hall was number 7.
Yep.
And that's where some of the smaller ones, and then like the next room over, I think it was 6, and they were doing like cosplay stuff. Yeah. So I didn't go in there much, but that was mostly cosplay and things like that. Fine. It was pretty crowded in that other room because of the cosplay stuff. But across the hall, I went over to check out for a couple of minutes. Tom Cook was doing a panel. I don't have audio of this, but I was in it for a little while. It was called Saturday Morning to the Future, the History of Animation. And I sat in while he was talking about various things. That was really cool to him. He was big, but there was like, I felt bad for him because there's only like 15 people in the room. I kind of felt bad for the guy. There was more people coming up to him at his booth than there were in this room.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad.
Oh, Dad absolutely geeked out about his booth.
Yes.
Well, that's because the animation. I mean, I remember watching shows that were on during that period of time when I was growing up. You know, Black Star, Thunder the Barbarian.
I thought it was Brave Star.
Was it Brave Star? Yeah, Brave Star. What's the other one? Super
He-Man.
Friends.
He-Man.
Jetsons.
So that was cool going on across the hall. But then, so I left the recorder with you.
Yes.
And I went across the hall to check out the Tom Cook panel. In the main, where you were sitting, we had a panel. It was Hanging With Hercules, a combination with Captain Sorbo. How did this go? I'll throw it to you, because you were in there for the entire thing.
It went well. It was one of those where he basically talked about how the role was presented to him, how he was struggling, and he does have a brother that lives in West Dallas that he visits from time to time. He visits his nephew. And he said, so when they went out for dinner, he says, I visited my brother and my nephew, and I paid for dinner. But interesting, which I didn't know until he mentioned this, is that he and Dean Cain were up for the same role for Hercules, playing Hercules.
No. He was there for Superman.
Oh, Superman. That's right. Lois and Clark.
Dean Cain got Superman because of they did a screen test.
That's right.
I was in for this conversation.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They did a screen test with Terry Hatcher.
Yeah.
And the network said Dean Cain looked better next to Terry Hatcher.
Yeah.
So then, right after that, he got cast in Hercules.
Yeah.
Like right after.
Yeah.
Can you picture Kevin Sorbo
No,
as
I
Superman?
can't. Not whatsoever. No, not especially after Dean Cain did it. No, no way in hell. It's impossible.
Although with his hair for Hercules, you could probably fit the Superman of that time, that period in the comics.
Not what they were trying to do with Lois and Clark.
Which,
you know what I mean?
He says what's really weird is when he first heard about the role and his agent told him to read for it. It said, Hercules. I think they're looking for, somebody like a Arnold Schwarzenegger or Lou Ferrigno, something, muscles and, and basically says, well, that's not what the people of the show wanted. What they wanted is someone that had like a quarterback physique, and someone that basically could be witty and come up with some good dialogue. It says so they weren't looking for
apparently.
It says so they weren't looking for an athlete to play the part. They were looking for an actor to play the part. And that's how he got it. And it says, believe it or not, when you watch Hercules, he comes up with one of these one-liners that are groaners. That's him ad-libbing. Like, and he gave an example is that there are 4 bandits running from him, and he has his sword, and he puts this little rock that's shaped like a ball on another rock, which he thinks is a T, and basically takes a swing with his sword and hits the ball, and the ball hits all 4 of the bandits down there and goes, 4. Then he looks at his sword and goes, I thought this would have a nasty slice.
Well, at the end, after he was done, and I don't know, again, I don't know how this part's going to come off on the audio.